Hello, good morning, dear students. Greetings of the day. So last time we met in the class and we have completed chapter number 50 in the economic development. So once again, we are going to start in subject social science, social studies, chapter number 16, as we have discussed about the economic liberalization and globalization. So we will discuss about these two main topics, liberalization and globalization, in this topic. So without wasting our time, and you know that, so when India became independent in the year of 1947 and our government accepted the planning of achieve the speedy economy, we want to do the development. So after the independence, so it took over charge of achieving speedy economic development by implementing 5-year plan. So first we have implemented the 5-year plan. Okay, 5 years plan after the 1947 5-year plan. So after one another, monetary policy, fiscal policy and industrial policy have been announced for the fiscal, then monetary, then industrial policy. These are the three main policies after the independence that we have adopted. Although many of these plans were completed successfully, but some of them were not completed and attained, they need some economic development. So government investigate the causes of failures of these different policies, three policies, and determine to give a new form of different economic policies. So in order to satisfy the economic needs, okay, and correct the errors that the government has done in the past, government announced in the year of 1991, very important, just underline in the second paragraph, in the year of 1991, government has announced such economic reforms were implemented which could be strengthen economic development. We have discussed about lots of things in chapter number 15 about how economic development, why economic development is must needed. Without the economy, without the development of the country, India can never in the rank in the developing country or in the developed countries like US, Canada, some of the European countries are totally developed. So to strengthen the development of this country, we have adopted first liberalization after the year 1991. First we have adopted liberalization. Then second one is privatization. Third one is globalization. It is the policy of LPG. The policy of LPG has adopted by after the year, in the year of 1991. Liberalization, privatization and globalization. So we are going to discuss about these three methods, these three policies that India has adopted in the year of 1991. And the first one is liberalization, liberal, very free. Okay. So government gradually reduced the restriction and control imposed on private sector. First in the liberalization, what the government is doing, gradually reduce the restriction. Lots of companies are there. So government has reduced the restriction and give the power to the private companies. Okay. For that, this is known as the economic liberalization. Main economic reform related to liberalization which were made in the earlier period of, okay, so reservation of 18 industries in the liberalization, 18 industries means some of the power that government is holding, but some of the few powers okay, controlled by the private sectors, private industries. It is called the liberalization. Industry other than compulsion to take government permission was eliminated. If you want to start some companies, so government, that particular company has to take permission from the government. But in this sector, in this economic liberalization, it is totally eliminated, reduce the restriction from the government. Okay, railway, atomic energy, defense were open for private sector. Recently, dear students, railway, Tejas Express, owned by the private sector. Then different airports, then atomic energy, railway. Tradition of compulsory registration for industry was cancelled. Totally in the liberalization, and then some of the advantages are there of the liberalization. The first one on the page number 128, private sector has got an opportunity to make an unstrained development. First one is the development. Unstrained, restriction is totally gone now. And that's why the private sector can earn more profit. Okay, development will be there. Because of accepting policy of liberalization, global trade started getting an impetus, and there has been increase in global trade. Some of the new companies, multinational companies, are trying to build their industry companies in our India. After 1991. They have taken the interest to plant the new industries. Increase of foreign trade, there has been increase in reserve of foreign exchange. If the companies are coming from the outside, from the foreign, there will be chance of exchange of the money, reverse money it is called. And internal infrastructure facilities increased due to liberalization. Internal liberalization, internal facilities, infrastructure. Now in other sides, these are the few advantages are there, but some of the disadvantages are also there. Okay, which are the disadvantages of the liberalization? In spite of decrease in restriction, monopoly could not be checked. Monopoly means one person is holding the whole power position. No one can compete them. So it is totally not checked by the government, monopoly. Okay? The focus is only paid and industrial sector. India has remained backward in development of agriculture field. India remained backward in the term, in the field of agriculture. Second, there has been increase in disparity of income. Reduce the income. Poor are getting more poorer and richer are becoming more richer. Disparity, imbalance of disputing the money. Okay? And because of increase of import export, foreign debt has increased. Import and export is totally double in this policy of liberalization. So the foreign debt, it is increasing because of the exporting and the importing system. Second one is most powerful tool. Right now it is going on, it is privatization. Privatization, private things. I have given you one example, my dear students. Private companies, private schools, private industries, in railway, in banks right now. Some of the banks are totally converted in private. Airports, that bus stands, bus services, auto services, railways, airports. Okay, so some of them are sectors that government is not holding the position but giving to the private sectors, private industries. Okay, it is called the privatization. Means the process in which the ownership of management, industry units under state control is handed over or transferred to the private sector is called privatization. Handed over to one private sector. Let me give you one example. Bank of different banks, Bank of Baroda, Dena Bank, totally right now they are merged. But some of the banks like Central Bank of India, it is totally given to the private sector. Once it was, before 2 or 3 months ago, it was controlled by the central government, but now it is controlled by the private sector. So it is called the privatization. Means ownership and management, main thing. Ownership and second thing is management. Totally controlled by the private sector. Private sector. Okay? It is called the privatization. Ownership, management. Okay? Controlled by the private companies or the private sector. So, ownership given to the private sector, and there are lots of different benefits, advantages are there of privatization, and disadvantages are also there on page number 129. Increased number of production units and industrial sector. Production has been increasing capital intensive and consumable commodities due to privatization. Just check DMart, Big Bazaar, lots of things are coming. Production increase, first point, production increase. Production increase due to the competition. The quality of the product, commodity, service has been increasing day by day because of the privatization. Capacity of public sector has improved due to privatization of public sector enterprise. Okay, and some of the disadvantages are also there. So then we are going to discuss in our next lecture, my dear students. So in this lecture we have discussed about the introduction, about the 5-year plan, about the in which year. This is very important for 1 mark. Okay, in which year? 1991, the policy of LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization. We have discussed about the advantages, what does it mean of liberalization, advantages and disadvantages of liberalization and privatization. The advantages, production increase, the quality of the goods service has been increased because of the competition in the market. Okay, privatization, and I have given you the example of banks, then roads, transportation, airports, run, control, managed by Adani Group, Ahmedabad Airport, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Airport. Okay, so these are the sectors that ownership given to the private sector, private companies like Reliance, Jio, then Adani, Ambani, lots of different companies are there. First they were holding the position, ownership on the hand of government. Now government is giving the ownership to the private sectors. It is called the privatization, and we have discussed about the advantages. In next lecture we are going to discuss about the disadvantages of the privatization and globalization. What does it mean? It is very easier to understand this topic. Okay, if you have any question, just call me or message me, so I will try my best to reduce your confusion. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.